What's next then?
We'll do Heaven is for Real, which is a drama. And
I laughed, sorry. That was the only reason I laughed. Can I tell you now?
Yeah.
Because there's the one thing about this film that kind of put me off it is the fact it's got the same, not tagline or strapline, but same quote as the 1996 Ted Danson film Loch Ness.
Which is?
You've got to believe it. You've got to see it before you believe it.
Oh, okay.
It's like, come on.
Oh, what a film to be inspired by.
Yeah.
Ted Danson's Loch Ness, which I remember
96.
going to see at the Odeon in Coventry.
Oh, dear.
What a movie that was.
Sorry, I interrupted.
So this is a drama based on a best-selling book, actually, a best-selling account of a young boy's near-death experience and how he claimed to his father that in his hospital bed he went to heaven and met Jesus. And this is all, a true story, really. And the boy goes by the brilliant name of Colton Burpo. He's a pastor's son from Nebraska. And so his dad then went on to write this book about him, and it went on to sell millions. So this is the movie version. You got Greg Kinnear in this as the dad, Todd Burpo. Here he is chatting to his son.
Guess what?
What?
I like spiders.
I saw that. You got a sticker. You're not afraid anymore.
We don't ever have to be scared.
Is that why you wanted to come back? Show me you weren't afraid?
It's important.
What about the hospital? How do you feel about that? Does that scare you?
No, that's where the angels sang to me.
The angels sang to you?
Yes,
When?
during the operation when Mom was in one room talking on the phone. And you were in another room yelling at God.
Now, actually, this is one of several Christian dramas coming out from America this year. There's one called God's Not Dead, which is another one. And they're actually making decent money in the States as well. And in its favour, it's got some very good actors in it. I mean, Greg Kinnear, again, always reliable. Kelly Reilly, not the most obvious choice for a vicar's wife, perhaps. I remember a female colleague of mine once christening her Kelly Kitoff Reilly several years ago. Now she's playing a vicar's wife. She's grown up and matured. Thomas Hayden Church is in there as well, and very watchable. And they have these discussions where they're kind of debating and questioning their faith and raising queries, and they don't always have clear-cut answers. And I liked that. That's interesting. I think where it goes wrong is with the kid himself. We heard him in that clip. I found him a little bit unsettling. This might just be a child star thing that I have, a child actor thing. He's got a hint of, I don't know, Draco Malfoy about him. There's something a little bit Aryan about him that I found very unsettling. But I think more importantly, we actually see his visions. So these visions that he claimed to have, we as the viewers see them. And they're just straight out of a very cheesy greetings card. They're too obvious. You've got this kind of heaven full of fluffy clouds and angels with golden wings singing hallelujah. Not the Leonard Cohen one, but, the hymn. and Jesus in his white robes and long beard sort of taking this kid by the hand and saying everything will be all right. And I think it's corny, especially because the other stuff in the film isn't that corny. It's all very clean cut, but it's not as blatant as that. There's some interesting things. For example, the pastor starts telling his flock that, his son has seen heaven, and they all think he's a bit weird. And despite being churchgoers and despite being Christians, it's like they're afraid to be that kind of touchy-feely and new age about it.
Yeah.
They only want to go so far with their belief. And that's touched upon in the movie. And I think that's quite an interesting question. How far will you go? If you say you are a believer, how much will you believe? That's interesting, but it's let down by the fact that there's an awful lot of cheese in it, and it's mainly to do with the little kid and his scenes, and when he describes what he saw in heaven, it all gets pretty icky. It's done very well in America, though. I mean, certainly in Middle America, the Bible Belt of America, they have lapped up this kind of thing. How well it will do over here, I think, is difficult to translate. It's difficult to work out.
Did you feel the same about Haley Joel Osment in Sixth Sense?
I didn't actually. No, he seems a bit more. What have happened to him? I haven't seen him for a while.
He's been doing loads of stuff weirdly in Family Guy, doing loads of voices in Family Guy.
Has he? I mean, I'm a big Family Guy fan. I didn't realise that was Haley Joel.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that's a much kind of more eerie film. This doesn't have the eeriness of The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
It does have a lot of corniness, though. That's what lets it down.